Hello guys, Voltron here and welcome to another video. Today is Banlist Day and we're going to be recording my reaction to it. In 8 minutes it will be released. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about what I expect from the Banlist and what are the possible hits that you have suggested. So this is my personal wish list. I would want Bear Statue banned and 7 skills banned. We'll start with Bear Statue first. Uh, Limiting it was fine. It was tolerable at one, but because of cards like Legend Strike, which was introduced with TV14, you might as well be playing 4 copies of it. And while I think it introduces a somewhat interesting dynamic to activating Legend Strike, I think it's just not a very fun dynamic. Turns out floodgates that prevent your opponent from playing the game is not very enjoyable. And a lot of games were decided by Legend Strike summoning Barrier Statue over and over again in playtesting, and I would ideally maybe not want this to have to decide as many games or decide games at all, which is why I think banning Barrier Statue would be a good thing. I think I've seen people suggest restricting Legend Strike in some way. I think the card's too new, they probably won't do that. And I also don't think it's necessary. I think that this is the type of card that I want to see moving forward. These like very modular cards that have a lot of options as to what you can do with them. Yes, a lot of the time you'll be getting your Legend Magician or your Legend Noble from your grave to get the back row pop, but you have a lot of options as to what you can do depending on the deck. You can get back Harvey, you can get a Bear Statue, you can get back Aquila, and that's what makes it very strong. And that's also what makes it very fun to use as well. So I think that Legend Strike, I doubt Legend Strike will be going away anytime soon anyway, but I also wouldn't want to see it go because it's just a fun card to have around. Let's talk about 7 skills for a bit. This is part of the Wonder Fusion deck, and I put Wonder Fusion here because there are two ways you can hit Wonder Fusion, in my opinion. First is banning 7 skills. 7 skills is, I think, the most unfun part about Wonder Fusion. It punishes you for playing the game the normal way by normal summoning your level 7 or higher monsters. And if you do that, you are immediately putting yourself at risk of dying to a 7 skills, which is not great. I think you would ideally want to incentivize uh, normal gameplay, and I think that this is the antithesis of that. And I think the deck is will probably still be very strong without a if you ban 7 skills. I think that you could still play a gear put. I think it wouldn't be that bad, but I think it will be there will be a lot more decks that you could play and feel safe about if 7 skills were gone. And I think that that be more fun than what its current iteration at the moment. The other option you can do is you can limit or ban if you really want to 7's Wonder Fusion. Obviously, this is the main enabler of the deck, and if you hit it, the deck will perish. But this is the pick you make if you want to kill the deck out, right? Like even limiting it will make it basically unviable because of how inconsistent it would be. And I think this will be a fine route to take. I wouldn't have any complaints about this. At the end of the day, Wonder Fusion is still a giant combo deck that explodes you, but I think there are a lot of those in the format already. I don't think hitting one of them would solve that problem. I think it's just how the game is developing now. So I think I would prefer a ban to 7 skills because of that. And I think it's also my only those are the hits that I think I would prefer to happen. And there are some miscellaneous hits that people have suggested. People have suggested hits to other powerful spells in the game like Dread Extreme and Ecstasy Pop. Now, first off, we are going to go over the regionals results next week, but Harpy has not really performed that much, so I think it's kind of pointless to hit Harpy now. Yes, it did get second place in the Galaxy Cup this year, but I don't think that means that much. Uh, and I think it's just not a good idea to hit that back right now, given its underwhelming performance in the current metagame. That being said, Ecstasy Spark is still a very unfun card. Like, just not being able to activate Trap Period is just not. It's not. It's not a fair card for sure, but that's what a lot of strong cards are. And I don't think it's the type of strong strength in the card that I want to just blanket the turn off traps. That just doesn't sound very fun. And I wouldn't hit this just because Harpy is like not Like, not that big of a problem. But if you want to hit Harpy, this would be the hit to do. The other one is Grad Extreme, and this is here because Shovel 5 is pretty good in this metagame. But it's only really, well, I think moving forward, I don't think it will move very far from decks that one stuff Engrave. So Grad, and I guess that never really changed from the game's inception with Dark Revelation. Like, Graveyard Hit was always fairly good, but I don't think that constitutes a hit as well. It did decently well in regionals, but I just don't think it's necessary to hit it. Maybe you might hit it just because it might become like one of the better decks after the restrictions. But I don't think it is necessary right now. I think we'll look deeper into this uh when we see the ban list in 2 minutes now. So we gotta hurry up, gotta finish these. I think that hitting Lurker I think is also a fair choice. It's similar to Seventh Gifts that restricts you in gameplay by blowing a back row, but I think that's not a very good argument because then like simple back row removal options like Magical Stream become a quote unquote issue. The actual issue for this is that it is repeatable. It is kind of a one card blow up your opponent's entire back row, which allows you to make your combo plays very easily, and it's a huge boon to combo decks like Wonder Fusion, like Gaia, that type of thing. And there are multiple decks playing it at 2 or sometimes even 3 copies, and I think that is fine option to restrict. We might see that happen. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, given it is also featured in Wonder, and it is technically a Wonder hit if they do that. And now for some unrestrictions. These 3 cards, I don't think will be that big of a problem if they got off the list here. Secret Order, Scramble, Thunderbolt. I think they would be fine if you just let them off the list, especially given the current metagame. I don't have much else to say about them. I think they're just fine. They're just a product for bygone era at this point. But yeah, now that we have gone over this, there is 1 minute left, and let's take a look at that restriction list. All right, we're back with the balance here. We're gonna take this look and we're gonna see it live, exactly what they hit. We're gonna have to turn on the translate quick. Okay, they didn't ban anything. That's unfortunate. That goes against what my wish list was, but that's fine. Maybe we'll see what else they have. Hit moving downhill. Yeah, you can't bring Barry statue any lower than 1, so I guess tier still. Okay, sure. I guess you can still Legend Strike it. That's not very fun, I guess, but uh, it's still in like a dynamic factor in like competitive games. That being said, not very fun. Not a very enjoyable card to have in the metagame, but I personally can tolerate this. I think even with Legend Strike at 3. God. All right, another format of that. Great. All right, let's move on. Grand Extreme Limited. Oh my. Okay. Well, I like Sea Serpent a lot, so it's unfortunate it's getting limited here. Uh, yeah, that's unfortunate, man. I really wanted to play more Sea Serpent. Well, I guess this is I think strongest that Sea Serpent has been, and it sucks that Grand Extreme is getting hit now. But I don't know. I don't think hitting Grand Extreme is necessary. Though it does make other combo decks better, I suppose. I'll have to reevaluate how I play Sea Serpent though. Yeah, that's alright. Semi-limit Wonder Fusion. Is that good enough? I don't know if that's good enough. It's definitely a hit, but we'll have to test and see whether that actually affects enough. But I don't think that is enough, though. We might be in for another format of Wonder Fusion, especially given another deck that is able to combat Wonder Fusion has been hit in the form of Sea Serpent. I guess that's why they kept on Barrier Statue, just so that you have another way of dealing with Wonder Fusion still, if it's too strong. But man, I was hoping they'd at least limit it, but maybe it's not that bad, and maybe semi-limiting it is enough of a hit to its consistency, given Barrier Statue Legend Strike is still in the format. We'll have to test and see, though. And there is no change to the unlimit. Alright. Well, I was hoping for more. That being said, I never really had many hits that I wanted to do to this. It feels bad to have Greg Extreme hit. I think I really like Seasons and Fire. Kind of sucks that it hit that, but it also hits. Okay, one thing I'm happy about with the Greg Extreme hit is that it hits the Pure Glass deck. That deck was not very fun. No more high roll turn two Pure Glass Dragons lines that immediately kill you. That's nice, I suppose. But yeah, overall, I think that I think we might be in for another Wonder format. We'll have to see. There are definitely more decks that are getting closer to the power level of Wonder Fusion, but I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna be pretty apprehensive about this list. But we'll see when we get to test the actual list. Whatever the case, thank you for watching. If you enjoy my content, like, comment, subscribe, comment what you think of this list down below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.